Hey guys, welcome back to NEL Productions, and today I am ranking the top 10 saddest movie endings of all time. So the rules go for any list. One is that I have to have seen the film. Two is that I have to have cried or felt sad at the ending. So there are the rules. So let's get started with number 10. Also, major spoiler warning for these next few films. Number 10. Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. I count these as the same movie, so I count them in this list. The endings to these films were so sad because Infinity War, half the universe is wiped out, and in Endgame, Iron Man dies. So yeah, kind of a downer these movies are. And while the Infinity War ending doesn't hold the emotional impact it had when I first saw it in theaters, it's still a really downer ending. Number 9. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. This movie is so sad because it's the ending of a journey and the ending of the best film trilogy of all time. The ending is saying goodbye to characters you've grown to like and love, and the fact that you will never see them again is just a sad feeling. But anyway, this ending is sad but satisfying. It's a sad but satisfying ending. Number 8. Buried. This is a film starring Ryan Reynolds, and it's about a guy who is buried alive. And, well, it's a claustrophobic thriller. The ending is that the main character's rescue team is about to find him, and his coffin is filling up with sand. And they keep saying on the phone that they found the coffin. And when they open it, it's another guy, and the main character's coffin fills up with sand, and he suffocates and dies. Fun. Number 7. Saving Private Ryan. This is an iconic ending and is worth seeing. Why? Well, the reason why this ending is so sad is because Cap Miller's death is so sad, and the reveal that the old man was Ryan, not Miller, was also very sad. And the fact that this stuff probably happened before, making it even sadder. And John Williams' amazing score does not help this movie's ending be any sadder. Oh my lord, this movie is too much. Number 6, Road to Perdition. This is not only a great film, but the ending is depressing as crap. So the ending is that Michael Sullivan gets his son, Michael Sullivan Jr., back to Perdition. He looks out the window and sees his son playing with a dog. And then you think everything's going to be okay, and this really, really eerie and kind of creepy still shot of him just staring out the window. Sullivan is shot in the back by Jude Law's character. It happens out of nowhere and is definitely a jump moment. Good thing Sullivan shoots Jude Law in the back, but he still dies, and it is very sad, and is a very sad ending, and it doesn't help with Thomas Newman's amazing score, but still, it doesn't help. Number 5, Titanic. I know this is not higher, but there are more endings I find sadder, but hey, 5 out of 10 isn't bad. But seriously, this is a very sad movie and a very sad ending. You all know the ending. The forehead, Leonardo DiCaprio, dies, and then the old lady, Rose, dies. And it is very sad, but I have seen the ending being referenced and parodied to death. It kind of lost the gut punch I got when I first saw it when I didn't get the parodies. But still, it's a sad ending. Number 4, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. This ending ruined my day because the movie ends with the kid. The movie is basically about a kid. It's a Holocaust movie about a kid who meets another kid in a concentration camp, but he doesn't understand what a concentration camp is. So at the ending, he dresses up as a prisoner to get the boy out of there. The prisoner and the other kid he befriended get caught in a gas chamber and are killed. While you thankfully don't see it, it is very depressing on how it is done. This movie is great, but I don't think I'll ever watch it for a very long time. Number 3, A Ghost Story. A ghost story, alright. This whole film is just depressing, but the ending takes the cake. So the ending is that the ghost is seeing his old life from up until he dies. And so his wife always put these notes inside a wall, or somewhere else in the house. And the fact that throughout the film he wants to see this note, but he can't get it. But at the ending, he does get the note, and when he reads it, he disappears, meaning he moved on or something. This ending is just really sad once you've seen the film. It's a great film. I recommend you see it, but it's just really sad. Number 2, The Plague Dogs. You might think I'm a sissy for adding an animated movie on here, but I'm not joking. This film is one of the saddest movies I've ever seen. It made me sad the whole day and the day after I watched it. So the film is about 2 dogs who break out of a lab. They might have a disease, so the government tried to track them down. The film ends with the main characters, Snitter and Ralph, voiced excellently by John Hurt and Christopher Benjamin, finding an ocean that a fox led them to, and they start swimming to an island that Snitter claimed to have saw. And once they get into some fog, which makes the government lose them, they lose track of the island and they start to get tired of swimming. And Snitter begins to give up because he says he can't see the island anymore, but Ralph claims to see the island, and he tells Snitter to keep swimming. And so the film ends with them swimming in the fog, searching for the island. This ending destroyed me because it is up to your interpretation on what happens to them, meaning that you decide on whether they found the island or if they drowned. But this ending is so bleak and so sad that it made me depressed for a day. This is a great film, though, but it's incredibly sad. This ending made an already depressing film even more depressing. Alright, before we get to number 1, I'd like to list off some honorable mentions that just didn't make the list. So here you go. And my number 1 pick is The Green Mile. The ending was the first to make me blubber like a little baby, because the ending, not just the execution of John Coffey, it's the ending and aftermath of the scene that is the saddest. I can't stretch how good and sad this movie is, and that's one of the reasons it's both number 1 on the top 10 saddest endings, but also on the top 10 best films ever made. So that's my list. If I missed a film, or you want me to say a film, you want me to say your list, you want to say your list, tell me in the comments, and if you like this list, give it a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Sorry, I just cannot talk today.